Meghan Markle's latest attempt to show that charity truly begins at home has well and truly backfired. But is there a bigger picture attached to this latest, some say, PR stunt? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. Nice to see you today. As ever, I hope you're all keeping well, fine and dandy. Thank you for joining me and thank you for your comments on the previous interviews and videos, stuff like that. I'm glad you had some thoughts on Barbie the doll. My thought was simply this: how expensive are they now? Even the Platinum Jubilee Barbie, incredibly expensive. So of course, you know, people have to be very selective what they spend their money on, don't they? Or go to the dollar or pound shop. That's my motto. Get some children, or even charity shops. Have you noticed how many children's toys there are in there now? Never as many when I was a kid in there. Don't get me going on that. Back as ever though to your breaking roll story of the day. Now, as we know, of course, Meghan Markle decided to, in the full glare of the media, rock up to offer her condolences along with some white flowers at the terrible tragedy out in Texas. By the way, if you can hear the helicopters, that is because we are in Kensington Park and they're doing a lot of security checks ahead of the Platinum Jubilee. As we all know, this particular story didn't work out too well at all for Meghan, simply because, you know, it's a lot of people did say to me yesterday, Neil, you've got it wrong. Listen, let me explain this to you. You know, I totally understand how television works. You can hire a crew in. It doesn't have to be from Netflix. But what you have to do is remain on the right side of legality. And the bottom line is, nobody truly knows whether Miss Markle had her own crew, whether it was a local news crew, which she simply could buy the footage from at a later date. That's possible. And the stories about the pictures being sold to US magazines, unless you actually see the transaction and the contract between the two, be very careful what you're writing, trust me. You know, this is a big platform, and more importantly, those people that are making those insinuations can lead to a lot of disaster, even for the people that are simply voicing their comment and opinion. I'll leave it there for you to digest. But the bigger picture over here is that a lot of people are now saying, will Meghan now return here to the United Kingdom? Because, as we found out from a recent book, The Palace Papers, Miss Markle has no desire to return to the United Kingdom. Apparently she's got an insight in knowing that the public over here, particularly in London and the surrounding areas, are not too keen on her return. Now, another very well-placed source has told me with Inside Palace Walls that this could work in her favour because, of course, with days to go for her return back for the Platinum Jubilee, this could, all this negative and bad publicity that has resulted from the visit to Texas, mean that she pulls the plug on her return to London. And if you think about it, this happened before, and of course Prince Harry returned back for the unveiling of his late mother, the statue of Diana. And then, of course, they both decided to stay away for security reasons, sadly for the late memorial service of the Duke of Edinburgh. One way or another, once again, Meghan Markle is making sure that everybody talks about her, and she is front page of the media around the world. But as I often say here on the show, simply for all the wrong reasons. Neil Sean, Kensington Gardens, London.